Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Video 2. I want to show you some clips from Instagram and TikTok. The first video I showed you clips from Facebook. But before I get there, I already have a comment question from Star Lion gs15. This is on my first video, and you already gave a comment pretty fast. It's a legit question, legit comment question, okay? And this is what he says. He or she asks, what was the idea behind closing the bathroom first? And it's up there. Very good question. The idea came from my management, number one. And the reason why that is twofold. When I was doing the bathroom monitor yesterday morning into afternoon, our store, if you live in Newport Beach area and you have been in my store on Balboa and 32nd Street, Pavilions, you know that the bathroom's all the way in the back, okay? The bathroom, to get there, you have to go through aisle 4, okay? And you have to walk across the back dairy area, which we got milk on one side, and you got the sour cream and whipped cream, sour cream and cream cheese on the other, okay? In that walkway is an emergency door at the very end. On the left, you have the produce back room. On the right, you have the produce back room. On the left, you have the two bathrooms before you see a door, and that third door that you see, once you make that left, that third door goes into our employee break room, okay? So we have two different rooms, two different bathrooms. They're neuter sex or intersex, so anyone can go in there. And that's been gender neuter, gender neutral, whatever, for quite a while. Okay. The problem with the line was when these kids, who most of them, and I give a big most, like 95 to 99% of the people who go to that Pavilion store are not from Newport Beach on July 4th, on holidays. If you're here on a holiday, most of the time you are not from Newport Beach. And when they come in on July 4th, most of them, when customers come in, they come in from the beach just to use the restroom. And now most if not all restaurants, fast food restaurants, require you to buy an item in order to use the restroom. And that's a very smart thing to do. But our Pavilion store does not have that rule. Our Pavilion store does not have that rule. Some stores, from some of the people I work with, some of the on-site security guys, they would say when they work in other stores, you have to, it is mandatory, required that you buy an item in order to use the restroom at a bigger Vaughn's store, and that's smart. Pavilion store does not have that rule, and my opinion, I think we need to be adopting that rule, because we get a lot of homeless, holiday time or not holiday time. We do get quite a bit of homeless in Newport Beach. And it was worse in the first few years. I've been there for 15 years. In the first couple of years, the homeless community was really bad in Newport Beach. It was worse in the Anaheim area until they cleaned out the whole Santa Ana River Trail, okay? But the problem with monitoring the bathroom on July 4th was that you'll have a group of kids And by kids, I mean 18, 19, 20-year-olds, if not younger or older. You have a group of kids who come in, and a group of 3 will be in the same room and be in the same bathroom, which, first of all, is completely stupid and unsafe and unsanitary. Okay. Then, so that's one of the problems. The other problem is that they just make a mess because these kids have zero respect for us employees, zero respect for the local authorities, and zero respect for the employees of that store, myself included. So that's why we shut down the bathroom. And then we shut down the store because the crowd that was escorted off the beach, they would just crowd around our area. And by nightfall, after I left, by nightfall it got so bad that police were blocking the entrance to the peninsula area entirely, okay? So, I hope that answers your question. Security and safety hazards in the bathroom at stores are lone customers or small groups, usually addicts and are homeless. And like I said, yes, we do have a lot of homeless and addicts, drug addicts in our area. And how do people behave? I'm reading the comment here. How do people behave in these sort of mob mentality situations? And how did it devolve from decency to chaos throughout the day? Well, I would say just look at the reports from ABC7 Eyewitness News, and then try to find clips and reports on Facebook. Facebook page for the city of Newport Beach, the Facebook page for the Newport Beach Police Department, and it will give you the answer to that question. And then it says, if you're willing to answer any of these questions, no pressure, glad you're okay. You guys, I wonder if people were like doing nitrous hooking. I'm not sure what that is. Or get nitrous hooking up, getting in fights. Yes, there were a couple of fights at the beach. Sucks too, because other people like elderly or pregnant or the sick need the bathroom even on a regular day. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. They do. And some people were saying, "Oh, I'm on my period." Some girls were saying, "I'm on my period," and the line was already long. The line was long down aisle 4 anyway. I think that's aisle 4. Would we make exceptions for that? Yeah, we probably would. If you're sick, you're going to go to the hospital anyway. Excuse me. And it's so hard, and so a lot of people don't even go on holidays, especially when people drink. But this it was a teen takeover through like a TikTok challenge. That's what I heard it called. I thought the boomers were bad, but these Zoomers, these Generation Z people, so wasteful and disrespectful. Yeah, that's true. So that's true. That was disrespectful. So, Star Lion, I want to thank you for your comment, and I will get to a third video here pretty soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.